Welcome back to Gnomes, Cannibalism, and Politics. And
Not without the gnomes today.
yeah, not so much of the gnomes. I mean, granted, we can't have gnome fucking all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, we gotta give some variety to the people.
Well, you know, we gotta give Alex a break from doing the stream so that he can go fuck gnomes.
Exactly. I mean,
He needs his time to go do that. You know,
Right.
It's a big deal in his life. It's a really big element. You know,
we've had interventions for him. We've told him, hey, you shouldn't be fucking these gnomes so much. You know, it's ruining your life.
yeah. I mean, it really.
It's become an obsession. It's become unhealthy. And he's just like, oh, what can I say? I'm just addicted to gnome ass.
We've had a lot of gnome interventions for him. You know? Alright. Let me just post that we're live here.
And sometimes he'll just go off on these rants about how gnomes are all whores and they want it anyway. And it's just like, dude, you can't be talking this way about like an entire like type of creature.
Yeah, it does. You know, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, man. You gotta. I mean, you know, it's a self-hate thing.
I know.
You know, he says so much about gnomes because
he's jealous of the fact that they can grow beards. I mean,
that's true. You think that's what it really is? You think that's what it really is? That's. I think we just discovered the secret. That's the thing. I think that's the real secret behind it.
He's probably sitting at home right now. He's got like the pointy hat on, but he's just looking in the mirror, just going, shaking his head. Just still can't do it.
Still can't do it. Still can't grow facial hair.
Do you think he ever puts on like a fake beard and stares in the mirror and goes, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Fucking Buffalo Gnome.
Buffalo Gnome.
Yeah, he just looked like Buffalo Gnome. Oh man. Oh, that's good. That's good shit. Alex, are you in the chat yet? I hope.
Probably not.
I hope you hear. Man. That's an amazing. That is an amazing. That's an amazing take. Oh god. I'm just gonna post in a couple of Discords real quick.
How many Discords do you have?
Quite a few.
Wow, really?
Quite a few. I've been invited to a lot.
Oh, all right.
A lot of people have said, "Hey, man, throw this shit in there whenever you feel like it." So I do.
Sick. Man, this is kind of trippy to just put on in the background.
Yeah, just the.
Do you think this could count as like ASMR for some people?
Probably. Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so.
Just put this shit on when it's time for bed. Listening to the insane jabbering of Japanese ghosts.
Well, I mean, I wonder if a sequel to this could serve as that Wicker Man sequel that we never got.
Ooh.
You know.
Yeah.
You know
Nicolas Cage is a ghost in Japan.
Yeah, his American ghost screaming in English at Japanese people that don't know what he's saying. He's screaming about bees.
I think that's a good idea.
That was Nicolas Cage's personal pitch.
I'd play that.
For that movie.
I don't know what the gameplay loop would even be. Would you be Nicolas Cage with magic powers?
I hope so.
Or would you be a Japanese man possessed by the ghost of Nicolas Cage?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. I don't know. I feel like there's a kind of an endless series of possibilities there. You know what? I really feel like without talking to Nicolas Cage, he's got to have final word on it.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, we should sit him down on the show at some point and be like, "Hey, man, you want to do this game?"
Dude, if Nicolas Cage ever agrees to be on the podcast, I can die happy. I will have had all of my life goals fulfilled.
What if you can make him and Alex Jones sit down together?
Nicolas Cage and Alex
That would be the strangest conversation.
That would be bizarre. Like, because they're turning the bees gay. All right.
I like KK in this game more than any of the other characters, but I wouldn't mind if he was Nicolas Cage instead.
Oh my god, that'd be so much better. All right, so I think last time we did all the side missions we had access to.
So now it's back to the story quests and gateways and shit.
Yeah, which I'll text Alex that we are. Almost said we are lice. But make sure he knows that we're on.
Well, I mean, we do live on somebody's scalp.
Do you think the whole universe is just on someone's scalp?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those theories, right? Is that it's like, you know, your entire existence could be like the dream of like a flea living in someone's nostril or something.
Is it that specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't. I mean, I've heard things like that. I hadn't heard that specific variation. I guess, but
I think I have at some point. I don't remember where.
cool. Sound is good as well. Just wanted to make sure we checked that. All right.
All right, on to whatever the fuck.
So next Tory shrine. We'll cleanse them another Tory shrine.
Goddamn Tories. They've ruined England.
Just like Scots and English. Or Scots and other Scots.
Damn Scots, they ruined Scotland! Back when Simpsons used to be good.
Once upon a time,
it was one of the best things on TV.
Yeah, it was one of the, I mean, seasons 3 through, I don't even know how many times we've said this on the stream too.
Too many.
But seasons 3 through 9 of or 3 through 8 of The Simpsons, those 5 seasons are some of the greatest television ever made.
Yeah.
Just perfect fucking takedown counterculture.
Mm-hmm.
Let's poke every part of society in the eye.
And just solid humor.
Yeah, genuinely solid humor. See, did we get enough? Not yet. We need one more of those things. And we can get that.
When would you say The Simpsons truly became like unwatchable?
See, that's a tricky question because, like, I think it stopped being at its best in 9.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that? The rain is going up, side down.
That's different.
That is new.
Lots of stuff's going up, actually. Great. Now the water drops are being raptured, but we're not.
Oh,
what
creature?
What is that? The fucking Halloween decoration come to life.
And you think the spirit Halloween will like move into the White House? Come on. Come on.
I like its laugh. I don't. Oh.
What?
Got a very small hitbox there, doesn't it?
There we go.
Whatever the fuck that was.
Well, we do get
Shine Dancer, huh?
the visitor board from the sense of resignation felt by those whose desires go unfulfilled. They quickly descend. So Democrats, right? They quickly descend from above when they spot a victim and attack relentlessly.
Huh.
There is one of these little entries for all of the enemies too.
Student of Pain and Isn't Pain and Misery a bit redundant?
Yeah. Rage Walker, Relentless Walker, the fanciest one.
Yeah, I like him. So the Shadow Hunter's pretty badass.
Rain Slasher, Rugged. That's Not So Slender Man is his
Rugged?
name.
I don't know if I'd call him rugged.
Not So Slender Man is his name, and I will not hear other ones.
Ooh, what's that? That's right. That's the main
villain, yeah.
Paper Doll.
Marionette.
Wanderer. Whatever that is.
It's the big scissor lady. Just call her, that's that boss we fought.
Yeah. Kappa. Tengu. Nurikabe, huh?
Oh, yeah. Impedes paths.
Oni. Whatever that is. Oh, it's one of those, yeah.
That's that little girl. That's like that was the friendly ghost that we, like, helped.
Hey,
it was the hoarder department. Hey, Alex, what's up? We're on our way to go cleanse. We just came across a new enemy. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's this little puppet thing.
Yeah, it's like it starts raining upside down when it appears, and then it like comes down. It's like a hung from a noose, and it like comes down laughing at you and throwing like fireballs.
Hiding in your room.
Oh, you kind of separating to try to avoid getting COVID yourself.
It's not gonna work, I'm afraid. Like if you live with someone and they got COVID, you got COVID. That's just how that works.
I mean, he could put it off for a few days, maybe.
Maybe. So to be honest, I feel like it might just be better just bite the bullet, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be hard to avoid, but I mean, hey, if you manage to, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, he knows what he's doing over there. Bike just hovering.
Hover bikes, man.
Not the way I envisioned it.
No? Not how you thought that was going to happen?
No. Though to be fair, it never fucking does happen.
Right.
We have the technology to do it, but we don't do
We
it.
have the technology. But to answer your question from before, Ulysses, God,
I had a question.
when did The Simpsons become
right.
truly unwatchable? Because there's the I think it stopped being great and was asymptomatic. I've never had it. Oh yeah, you could have. Yeah, that's true.
entirely possible.
You definitely could have just had it already at some point.
Happens all the time.
I'd say season 8 and then not so 8 was the last really really great one.
Right.
And then 9
through 12, I feel like we're still pretty good.
Yeah, they were still good. It was not terrible.
There were some filler episodes. There were some things that didn't land.
I think season 9 though is often it's the episode specifically that people credit with the show's downfall. Very specifically, this single episode is the one where they come out and say Seymour Skinner is not Seymour Skinner and has stole someone's identity in Vietnam and is a completely different character.
I remember that episode.
That was like...
It was really pointless.
Yeah, and that was 9. So, I mean, I'm not... And that doesn't mean everything in 9 was bad, but like...
I didn't know people specifically credited that episode as the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that is generally, I think, looked at as like, that's the episode that...
I've heard people say that about the Frank Grimes episode.
Really? Because that's actually one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, they said that was the sort of the beginning of Homer, kind of just becoming like sort of one-dimensional.
Yeah, I mean, I can maybe see that argument, I guess. I just...
But, like, in that episode, it worked really well.
Yeah, like, I feel like... But it was, like, comedically spun and the point.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Alex, you said I believe, Alex, you've never watched a whole lot of The Simpsons. Just in general.
It's a bit late to start now.
I mean, you can always go back and watch just those 5 seasons.
5 seasons? Oh, you mean the really, really good ones?
3 through 8 are where it's...
Or even just, some standout episodes. There are some out there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's, I wouldn't say that's all you can watch, but never got into it. I mean, that's, fair enough. But, I will say that those 5 seasons are some of the greatest television ever made. I mean, that's when South Park makes the Simpsons did it joke. I mean, like, it's referencing the show as a whole, but at the same time... That's
true, you can watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. I wonder if they've edited or, like, removed any offensive episodes.
I guarantee you they have. Hell, you know that one episode where Homer goes to New York, that was banned from TV after 9/11.
Which is fucking stupid. It's just because the Twin Towers are in the background.
Yeah, like, there was nothing offensive about them.
Dumb. It was also just not easily available streaming from what I've seen in the past. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I'm sure similarly you probably already heard this, but people are flipping out over Spider-Man.
Yeah, because in the first...
he made
people need to get over themselves. People need to get the fuck over themselves.
Spider-Man's homophobic now.
No. He fucking, because Macho Man Randy Savage is coming at him in a cage match, and he says, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband buy it for you?"
Oh, Sage, how dare you repeat that fucking, like, anti-gay slander here. Your channel's gonna get censored now.
Fine, I'll go on Rumble.
Don't worry, it's okay. If we edit out that one joke, then it'll be completely fine.
I'm not editing shit.
Well, that's what they did for Spider-Man.
Right. Is that because that movie is on Disney Plus?
Right.
So they edited that joke out?
Yeah.
People need to get the fuck over themselves. I swear to fucking God, dude. That is just the most tame... It's like people that are, like, really mad that Chris Rock made a compliment, right? Comparing her to a you ever started tearing Misha Collins apart for making a joke that implied he was bisexual?
I have not heard about that.
Are they? That's a big thing right now. People,
well, why are they? What's wrong with the joke besides him?
Can you write the joke in the chat?
Do they hate him because he's bisexual, or just because?
I think they hate him because he's not.
Okay.
Well, that's how these people fucking work, man. If you're not a part of some special group or have some extra special identity, they don't fucking like you.
Well, to be fair, for a long time, bisexuals were pretty much looked down on by a lot of the the gay community and the PC left. Like, this is
Well,
people.
but we're talking about just other gay people and other people in that community.
Well, even a lot of gay people hated on bisexuals and said they didn't exist or things like
That's
that.
true. That's
Cultural
true.
appropriation or queer baiting or something. Okay.
No, cultural no cultural appropriation. I'm sorry, no. Come on.
Nope.
Not enough.
Damn.
Shit.
If only you can get that damn upgrade.
Yeah, right? We literally need just one more side mission that'll give us one of those things. Alright. Ooh, hey, wait, there's one over there.
Oh, sweet. Probably reach it from the street if nothing else.
There we go. You can do it mid-air, too.
Nice.
So you can kind of... And then once you're able to summon them on any rooftop, you really can just kind of fly around, almost.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get that power.
There's the upside-down rain again, Alex,
Oh.
so you can see the creature.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Felt bad for him. He just flubbed an awkward segue, and he's been apologizing nonstop ever since.
That's why you don't apologize to these fucking people.
It's a sign of weakness.
I mean, you just don't apologize. Do not apologize. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you actually did something bad, honestly.
I mean, it worked for Trump.
Yeah, look at him.
They couldn't touch him because he didn't give in.
Teflon Don, man.
Yep.
That's what they called him for a while. And I'm not a Trump fan, but
No, fuck Trump.
But that particular thing, I copy his behavior on that. Don't fucking apologize because it'll never be enough.
Yep.
If anything, apologizing, all that does is prove that they have power over you.
Exactly.
And then they will just, they will just come after you more because they know they can get you to do what they want.
Yeah, you're essentially just painting a target on your back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty badass creature, though, huh?
Mm-hmm. And obviously, if you've actually done some fucked up shit, you should work to, redeem yourself for that. But
you know what? Do it through actions and still don't audio-wise apologize.
Yeah.
Still don't do it in terms of saying it. Just do something. Try and do something to make up for it in life yourself. Nobody even needs to know that you did.
Joe Rogan was saying he gained 2 million followers after they tried to cancel him. I believe it.
Yeah, of course.
Lots of people are, kind of coming against this whole cancel culture thing these days.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a thing where slowly more and more people are like, nope, fuck that. I'm not doing it. If any, I mean, it's okay, it's a basic idea that I feel like I've illustrated before, but if you put a big red button on the wall that says don't push, it's in human nature to want to push that button.
Yeah.
There are things beyond the pale that you have to... Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying that nothing should be punishable, but man, fuck, you can't let them move the goalposts. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's have standards, and let's have the same standards, and then 10 years later, and 5 years later, and 20 years later, have the same standards. Let's just have good standards to begin with, instead of constantly reevaluating them. Just be a normal human that thinks like a rational goddamn person.
Well, that's a lot to ask, Sage.
Especially from people today, yeah.
Really, people from any period.
Well, that's true, but I don't know. The internet makes them very indignant.
Yes. Well, the internet, gives people
the illusion that they have all the information that they could have.
The illusion of information, power, and safety. They can sit there
and safety. Yeah.
Yep. They can sit there and pass judgment on people, and
cool.
And not have any consequences come down on them for it.
Right.
I mean, that's one of the things that Corey was talking about that dude who was pissing off Mike Tyson.
No, yeah, well, yeah, it's like if you're... Well, that guy was, fucking poking him in the back of the head.
He threw a water bottle at him.
Yeah, so, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that guy had it coming.
Yeah, Mike Tyson was entirely in the right.
Yeah. The guy was actively fucking with him. Mm-hmm. So,
doing it just to get views or some shit, because they were filming it the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, fuck that guy. I had no sympathy for him. It's the big difference between what happened with Jada, right, where someone said a verbal thing, and then everybody was wanted to take Will Smith's side for committing violence. This guy committed violence,
yep.
and then got violence in kind.
Yep.
So It'd be like if Chris Rock had hit Will Smith back.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, it's crazy to see how much some people are aware they live in a bubble based on how angry they are that Elon Musk might pop it.
Elon Musk is going to create a different bubble.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but if he just lets everybody come back and everybody just is there.
Well, I mean, he'll do that, but I suspect he's going to...
If he starts kicking other people off, would be where I would get concerned.
I think he will. I think he's gonna want Twitter to be something that's favorable for him and his, things he's pushing for.
These live streamers can fuck off. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the liberals on the internet are really trying to push that. What is it? Map thing?
Map thing?
Yeah, minor attracted persons. They're trying to make that the term for pedophile and to make them more socially acceptable. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Who's pushing this?
Liberals.
Okay, which liberals?
I couldn't tell you names, but
how many?
A lot of them, all over the internet.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You sure this isn't like a troll thing? Like
yes. 100%. These people post videos of themselves in full, like, no deep fake stuff, like, and this is just regular everyday people. So, well, the live streamers are fucking with celebrities, but I'm talking about people who post like a video online about how this is something that people need to be respectful of, and these aren't things. If it was somebody that had like, an online presence in general, that's one thing. But you're talking about people that post like one random person. Well, there are people on the left and the right that believe that. But
right.
That specific term is coming from the left. Like there are fucking pedophiles all over the right. But it's the left that is using that exact verbal term.
Right. Well, what the fuck?
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, that's the thing. They Snapchat in 2014 did this big LGBTQP promotion for pedophiles.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, this was on Snapchat, and they had all these like sayings, right? Like love is love, and like these, right? The kind of stuff you'd see at like a pride, signs of pride. And one of the things on there was age has or love has no age. That was on there. This is Snapchat, the corporation, was putting that on its fucking service. This was official promotion by Snapchat. This is going back to like 2014, before shit got as weird as it is now.
You're sure that's what the P stood for? It wasn't like pansexual or something?
Dude, they put love has no age right next to it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And this is a while ago. This isn't even new. This isn't recent even. That's from like a while ago.
I hope the FBI is watching these people.
Well, and there were tons of articles, like going like, no Snapchat, love absolutely has a number, it's 18 plus.
At least in civilized countries. Unfortunately, there are a lot of places that are not as civilized.
Apparently, Snapchat's one of them.
Yeah. Well, also Europe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the age of consent should at least be 18. I mean, shit, man, your brain doesn't stop forming until you're 25. I'm not saying that, like, we should increase the drinking legal age to that, or, like, being able to sign up to go to war for that, but, like, there's an argument to be made that, like, if you're under 25, you're still kind of a child.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
There's an argument to be made. Anyone younger than that their brains just are not fully developed.
I mean, hell, a lot of the people who commit like crimes and shit and end up in prison, the vast majority of them are under 25.
Yep.
Because people tend to straighten up after that.
Yeah, because your brain finally finishes growing.
Yeah.
I know that I think differently from just 3 years ago. I know I do. I just turned 27. I know that my brain works at least a little differently. I can tell on a daily basis, like, I wouldn't have thought that before. Or I wouldn't have felt like this before.
Granted, I feel like that'll always be kind of true.
Well, yeah, that'll be true just as you get older, no matter what.
But it's more pronounced for younger people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's a slave to hormones. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that shit never gets, like, accepted / legalized in this country.
Yeah, so I don't think they're, less impulsive. That's true. That's definitely true. I definitely don't think they're anywhere close to that level of support, but the difference between what it was 6 years ago and what it is. Because here's the thing, all the websites and all the liberals on Twitter, when Snapchat did that in 2014, everyone was like, Snapchat, what the fuck?
Right.
And now stuff like that is coming. It's, you know, it's not everywhere. For sure, it's not everywhere. But you are getting the MAP thing, the minor attracted person term coming up, and a lot of the same, like, liberals that were like, fuck off, no, then are going like, well, we do have to protect all identity groups now.
No.
No, I know, but like,
there are some identities where people need to be dealt with.
Yeah, like pedophiles.
Yeah.
Well, their argument is that it's the people who have those feelings but have not acted on them. That's what they're trying. That's, I think, what they're trying to apply that term to. But
okay.
So what? You have pedophile feelings. You have pedophile feelings. Like, that's just, we might as well just execute you right now. Like, I don't care. Put you in a padded room at least. Don't let you around children ever. Right. It's like, the argument is it's a legit orientation. They usually insist that acting on it is wrong, but that the orientation itself is neutral. Yeah, that is the argument. That is a more detailed argument or version of what they're saying.
I could see the argument that maybe such people should be like put in like
facilities,
facilities,
detention centers,
something like
camps,
that.
Maybe
with therapy and like a lot of like supervision, like maybe if like they could
definitely a lot of supervision. I mean, if you put them in a community amongst each other and they literally never see or hear or like have even an opportunity to come in contact with children, then sure, maybe those people can live their lives that way.
Yeah.
But are you really gonna?
You can't just let them loose in society, though.
Yeah, we can't just say, well, they have all the rights as everybody else. They shouldn't have the right to move about freely anywhere that they want in society.
Yeah.
Because what if they do act on it? Mm-hmm. Because if that urge is... Dude, if I had those feelings, if I ever, like, thought that, I would feel a moral obligation to kill myself.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Just so I never did it.
Yeah.
I would actively, like, be like, well, no, I have to for the fucking... For basic decency, I should kill myself. For the good of
the human race.
Yeah, I should fucking do that. Like, yeah. Oh shit. Eradicate the motherfucker. Yeah? No, 100%. So the fact that anyone is trying to, let alone people on the left, because again, it used to be, I swear to God, it used to be that the left was where all the sane people had to go to, because the right was so insane, and now both sides are so goddamn crazy.
Well, that's the thing, is the left isn't the only side that's pro-pedophile.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no.
I mean, you probably heard about that.
It's just that specific terminology.
You probably heard about that law that was passed in Tennessee recently, where it would have legalized child marriage because there was no age restriction on marriage. But
I thought child marriage was already legal in most states in this country, and that was a huge fucking...
I don't think that's true.
What
did you hear specifically? Really?
Yeah.
Like when?
Years, like 5-6 years ago now, or one of his earlier seasons.
What was it specifically about? Like
it was just it wasn't every single state or country or federally, but it was.
I know there are some states where that.
But it was like ridiculous. It was like over half. It was like over half. But it wasn't federally, and it wasn't every single state, but it was like over 50% of the country's states are like that. There is not like an actual law against child marriage.
I know in some places it wasn't in Alabama that had like a really low age of consent for a while.
Yeah.
I know they upped it, but it's still under 18.
Right.
But this Tennessee law would have had literally no...
But that's age of consent to sex, not to marriage, which is technically... If you're putting it in writing legally, it's considered a different punishable offense or whatever. some creepy stuff. The state is cool with it if the parents. Yep, that's it. Yeah,
no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, I think that is the thing in a lot of those places is the parents give permission, but then there's a lot of places where they do that.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of abuse inherent
illegal
in those systems. A lot of times it's couched in terms of religion and whatnot.
Yeah.
But this Tennessee law would have made it so there was no age requirement whatsoever.
And yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
People bitched out, and they changed the law after they passed it because, they were getting a lot of flack for it.
Good.
So at least there's that. But, yeah, they had no qualms about passing that.
Yeah, that's not good, dude. Way too many. Why are there so many pedophiles? Like, does it seem like it's just? I mean, like maybe we just
they're coming out of the woodwork lately. I feel like.
Yeah, like maybe it's always been this much, but we just hear about it. But it really feels like there's just an influx of pedophilia in society, and I mean, they're fucking pedophiles. They're asking for their own special rights.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, we've always had the Catholic Church.
That's true. That is essentially legalized trafficking pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
And that shit certainly used to be quite common in ancient times.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, yeah. Any ancient societies, I mean...
you read about some of the stuff that was going on in ancient Rome, and, there's a lot of horrible details.
Yeah. No, ancient societies are... I mean, I guess... It's just been passed down amongst a certain number of people. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially the powerful. Right?
Oh,
especially
absolutely.
People with legit power.
People who assume they can get away with it.
Right, because if, like, a normal, regular person, right, like, in terms of, like, finance and, like, power within society, right, if a person that's got, like, a normal, average amount of power does it, they're much more likely to be legitimately punished for it than someone who's rich is. So I remember one of the weirdest things during that Roy Moore election is that him being a 30-year-old dating a 14-year-old with her parents' permission was totally socially acceptable in Alabama as late as the 70s and 80s. Ugh.
Gross.
Goddamn Alabama, dude.
Alabama's fucked up.
You gotta savor cherry blossoms.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, it's like, you see, but then, you tell me about how socially acceptable it was in the 70s and 80s, and I'm like, yeah, it must not actually be more than it used to be. It's just that
It's always been that way, I would assume, yeah.
Well, I guess the difference is that they're feeling comfortable enough to come out and ask to get rights and to get special treatment. And that is a difference. That's a genuine difference.
Yeah, they've always had to hide it before, at least, in, like, modern societies.
It's not like Epstein's plane wasn't one of the most bipolar. That's true.
That's true, yeah. We've had multiple presidents on there.
Yep, multiple. Oh, shit. Oh, wow, they killed me.
They got you. Swarmed you.
Yeah, the Lolita Express, as it was called. It's nothing. It's no big deal, man. It's just normal to fly with a guy 26 times. Yeah, nothing weird about that. Nothing weird about that at all.
God fucking damn it. And none of those fucking people ever got, like, in trouble, really.
No. The only people that got in trouble were,
Epstein
Ghislaine
himself and
Ghislaine, Maxwell, and then Jean-Luc Brunel, who, do you know what happened to him? Or do you know who that is, actually?
No, I don't.
So he was one of his recruiters, a French one in particular, with a lot of French.
I know. This is,
Well, I mean, we talk. I'm not afraid to talk about the real, like, shit that people. A lot of people are just straight up afraid to talk about it.
I know.
I'm not. I don't care. The shit's fucked up, and
I mean, it does need to be talked about in some extent. This isn't necessarily the forum for that, but like,
but I mean, politics isn't the name of the show.
It's true. I mean, it is within the realm of our subject matter, I suppose. It's just
we've also talked a lot about doing an out politics show,
right?
Which I think will probably eventually. I feel like Gnomes, Cannibalism, and politics eventually will become that when we can get the computer and the mics and stuff, and not have
given that this shit isn't going away, I mean, it's going to come up there at some point.
And I honestly, if somebody that hasn't heard about this hears it here and investigates and finds out it's happening and tells their friend, I feel like we did something.
True.
Even if it's one person just happened to not hear about it and goes, wait, that can't be true, and looks it up and goes, oh shit, wow, things are fucked. I feel like I at least informed a single person.
Yeah.
But Jean-Luc Brunel he was in France. He worked with a lot of modeling agencies, and he was arrested. And guess what happened next?
What, did he get let go?
No. He killed himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah. See, and you pay attention, and you didn't even hear about that, which just tells you how much they fucking sweep the shit under the rug. Yeah, look at all the pretty cherry blossoms.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
We could move to a different topic, but I just wanted to make that point at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's a topic where my brain just kind of draws blanks after a while, because it's like you don't even want to think about it to a degree.
No, yeah, that's 100%, 100%. It's. I mean, like I think we've said before, of all of the like fucking conspiracies that could have turned out to be true,
it had to be the worst one.
It had to be the pedophile Illuminati.
Why couldn't it have been the lizard people?
I would have gladly taken the. Can you imagine how much fun it would have been if it was the lizard people?
I know, man.
That would have been fun.
We got the worst reality.
We do. We got the. This is the darkest timeline. This is absolutely the darkest timeline.
I just want to say that I am grateful that we live in a country and in an era where, we at least legally have the right idea about that kind of stuff.
Right. Even though
the law isn't always followed.
Right. That's the real problem. Come on, man! I want pyramids to blast off into space. Dude, if the pyramids just fucking took off one day,
that would be good. Like if ancient aliens was what our reality was, I'd be.
Dude, if that was the conspiracy that would have been turned out to be true, I'd have been like, man, reality's dumber than I thought, but like I could at least laugh at it.
Yeah,
Like there's nothing funny about the Epstein shit.
No.
It's just fucking gross.
Yeah, I mean, like every place in the world.
Fly with them 26 times.
Every place in the world, at some point in history, and in some places still. They've been much more permissive about that kind of stuff than we are.
True. That is true. At least in public.
Yeah.
Because, again, multiple presidents.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I mean, I won't even,
lots of producers, lots of musicians.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I won't repeat anything I read in these documents, but there was a huge leak of court lawsuit documents of people, of victims of Epstein who sued Donald Trump directly.
Yep.
And over him basically funneling them to Epstein.
Yep.
Now, I won't repeat anything specific because I don't even want to.
Even in this discussion, I'd rather keep that out of it.
Yeah, I mean, and they're for legal reasons, I'll say alleged, I guess, but like.
Yeah. Who knows?
Those
Trump could sue you.
documents are out there.
Yeah.
And he would.
Yeah, he didn't he sue John Oliver?
I know he sued Bill Maher. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that, yeah, because Bill Maher was basically making fun of Trump for the whole Obama's birth certificate thing, and asked Trump if he could prove that he wasn't actually the son of an orangutan.
And I'm not even kidding, but Trump's lawyer actually sent Bill Maher.
Yeah, I remember that.
A fucking
Well, the statement did not dispute that he was the son of an orangutan.
That's true. And then he tried to actually sue him for the money.
Yep.
All right, so that's the next.
Fortunately, he lost hard in court.
Well, yeah, any judge with any sanity.
That's the thing I mean, Trump's lawsuits and many lawsuits, especially in the corporate world, they weren't actually based on the assumption that he'd win. They're just scare tactics to try and silence people who have less money for lawyers than he does.
Exactly. Which, and like, in Bill Maher's case.
Not a good target.
Yeah, because he does have money and he can't afford good lawyers.
Yep.
I will say alleged because I don't. So, if I ever have the money to afford.
Oh, you gotta help that dude take a shit.
Oh, is that what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's gotta take shit. This ghost gotta take shit.
Shit ghost.
Okay. Yeah. No details. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No details. No details. No details. For sure. No details.
Yeah, I remember
suggested-
that. God, that was dumb.
Oh man. Yeah, that was. Yeah, let's not have a hurricane. Let's have a radioactive hurricane spitting fucking radiation all over.
I mean, it would have disrupted the hurricane, so you wouldn't have had a hurricane anymore. You just would have had a radiated atmosphere,
right?
Which is worse than a hurricane.
Yeah, that's definitely worse than a hurricane.
I mean, how dumb would it be if we had avoided the fucking Cold War, and then we had someone just nuke a hurricane just because?
This ghost really needs to take a shit.
He's already shitting, he just can't wipe his ass.
Oh, okay. This ghost needs toilet paper.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's toilet paper.
This is the strangest side quest I've seen in a video game in a while.
It's pretty weird. You say no. I probably would just...
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yep, so they'll be accused of being wrong about... Well, no. Him doing that with the Sharpie was wrong, because he didn't he say...
He needs more.
Yeah, let's check the other side. Because, what I believe it was...
Dude, stay out of the women's room, dude.
We gotta get toilet paper, man.
At least don't open all the stalls.
Well, that's where the toilet paper is.
I mean, you don't know what these ghosts are doing in here. You know, you gotta
Can't rest until he drops that final dude. That's his unfinished ghost business.
Man, that would be one hell of a way to go, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine having to try to communicate that to the kid in The Sixth Sense? What can you imagine if Bruce Willis just needed to take a shit that whole movie?
Oh, no. How much would it suck if you were a demon, and in order
to spare a square?
In order to take a shit, you had to possess people's bodies, and then go to the bathroom and then just do that.
Oh, that'd be weird, dude.
Constipated people. I'm glad we're finally back on wholesome topics.
Constipated ghosts. Yeah, we can leave that stuff behind. I don't mind talking about it some of the time, but yeah, I don't want to focus on it like too much.
No.
But I mean, you know, I do think sometimes I do think it's necessary, just because for the most part people just are so afraid to even mention the fact that some of these things are just straight up
it's
true.
just the thing that people don't want to contemplate, and I can't blame them.
No, I can't blame them. It's just
that you do have to face the demons within society and get rid of them.
Yeah, well, exactly, because you can never make that shit go away.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to acknowledge it's happening. If you keep sweeping it under the rug, then that problem's never going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, ghost pooping.
Yes.
I wonder if that'll be a recurring theme in this studio's games, and we'll get some of that back in Evil Within 3.
Well, were there pooping ghosts before in this studio game?
No, but I'm hoping that'll carry over maybe into the next one.
It seems like a weird thing to make a theme out of.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get some dog food.
It's a cute puppy.
Every dog in this game is the same breed, just colored differently.
Yeah.
They're all Shiba Inus. Shiba Inus are funny dogs, though.
Yeah.
They always look like they're pretending to know what's going on. Like, there's a very funny image of one. It's like right by a really busy highway, and it I don't know how it got in there, but it's like a huge thing of bushes like on the side of the road, and it's literally stuck in the bush with its head sticking out, and it looks like it's pretending that it's not having a problem.
What happens to a ghost shit after it's released from temporal limbo?
Man, do you think that's what ectoplasm is?
It's just ghost shit.
It's just ghost shit. Well, I mean,
it could be better than other ghost bodily functions.
Yeah, man. What's his name when Bill Murray got slimed, he meant something very different. Alright, let's see. Nothing else new popped up? Alright.
Phone's been ringing for fucking ever.
I know, but phones don't ring that long.
Especially payphones.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, great, some cryptic bitch.
The Cryptic Bitch.
That's my new band name, is Cryptic Bitch.
Oh, dude, that'd be a great band name. That'd be a fantastic band name. I'll go see them.
Roommate, he's not paying rent.
So here's an interesting thing. Do you think
Rinko? Is his name Rinko Starr?
Ringo Starr? So I have an interesting question for you. So you know how after Marvel's Civil War came out,
Yeah.
if you Google the Civil War, you're gonna get the Marvel thing before
Not the
actual Civil War.
So to be fair, there's been plenty of Civil Wars, and you always get the American one.
That's true. That's true. But well, this one's even more specific than that. In Doctor Strange 2, I think everybody at this point knows because of the trailer
Right.
that we're going to be seeing an adaptation of the Illuminati from the comics, the Marvel version of the Illuminati.
Okay.
Do you think that when you Google the Illuminati, it's just going to be
gonna
the
be
Marvel
Marvel.
thing?
Do you think maybe the Illuminati made Marvel so that they could make Marvel's Illuminati, which would then prevent people from getting access about the real Illuminati?
Maybe. That's pretty diabolical, honestly. It's gonna fuck up your Google image search on the Illuminati.
Fucking itchy today.
Itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the fucking weirdest thing on the way over here. I feel like graffiti artists have gotten a lot less creative since the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think they're running out of
They did have
ideas.
nothing but time to come up with new ideas for the last 2 years.
Well, I mean, I used to see some pretty good graffiti sometimes. Sometimes I just see the basic ass graffiti where you just put your initials on there or your nickname or whatever, right? And
Right.
nowadays you don't even get that. Nowadays it's just like you walk by a fucking building over on a busy street, and like somebody just like fucking spray painted "cum tastes good" on the side of it.
I don't. What?
That's what it's fucking said.
Man, what message?
It
What,
had like little stars around it and shit too.
you know what I will say for it? I know what the message they're trying to send is. There's no question.
That's
It's
all
not
you can
vague.
understand.
Yeah, it's you can't misinterpret it.
Taking the bathroom wall into the public sphere. That's accurate.
That's exactly what it fucking is. That's
Great.
exactly what it fucking is.
Means we're gonna see some fucking brown swastikas out there pretty soon.
Oh no. Okay, you little schoolgirl bitch. Yeah, I don't know how the beginning of the street became that conversation.
Yeah, we went
It just
through.
happens sometimes. That's whatever comes in naturally.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, sometimes the walking through the valley of the shadow of death is the shortcut.
Yeah. Sometimes it is undeniable. I don't know. I think. Oh, it's on the TV again.
Ah,
Well, yeah.
I talked a lot.
Holy shit! What's else been new?
I saw for a good time call just walking past a bus stop recently.
That.
I'm not surprised that they're on bus stops.
Yeah, I will say I feel like the bus stop has always been an extension
The bus
of the
stop,
bathroom wall.
yeah, the bus stop is the restroom of the street.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always been the bathroom wall.
Especially if it's in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The New Yorker is a Chicago that has a train called
The Brown Line, that's in Chicago. Yeah, that's where people were taking shits on it.
Yeah. No, literally and figuratively.
I was learning some more interesting, listening to some more interesting theories about the Russian military incompetence in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
So, the Ukrainians have been reporting a lot of success just like flinging like Molotov cocktails at Russian tanks and shit, right? Or when
Doesn't seem like a well-built tank, then.
well, that's what I'm getting to. Or when that fucking cruiser went down, right? The Moskva.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is that when the missile hit, it created like a fire on board, right?
Okay.
And so, by modern military standards, this is something that the U.S. had figured out in the 50s, so modern by 50s standards.
Right.
Modern weaponry should not be quite so vulnerable to like fire damage. like a modern tank, if its crew is trained to know what to do and put the fire out.
Well, I mean, I guess that was where the problem was.
And if it's properly maintained, so it has sealant on the hatches.
I can guarantee that's not happening.
It should be virtually immune to things like Molotov cocktails, right?
Okay, so incompetent staffing, lack of maintenance, and
yeah, because the Russians apparently their military has like a lot of fire extinguishers, but they never bothered to check them or recharge them for like decades.
You telling me that you just go to put a fire out and it just doesn't even spray anything?
Probably sprays dust.
It's like a granny pussy.
That just goes flaccid like Grandpa's dick.
That's a pretty good metaphor for the Russian military. Just elderly genitalia.
Yeah. I mean, it is Putin's dick measurement, right? So he's getting pretty old these days. But
yeah, he is. What is he? 60s, 70s?
60s,
late 60s.
I think so.
Yeah, he is old.
He's not the spring chicken he used to be. But yeah, so these Russian tank crews, they're so they're so poorly trained.
I'm not spring potato no more.
They're so poorly trained that the moment this fucking Molotov hits like the fucking hatchway or whatever, they'll just get out and run off. They could easily put that, if they have 20 minutes to put that fire out and be just fine, and they're just like, I'm out.
Run away?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
what the fuck?
and for ships, you do need very, very good training to be able to competently and calmly put out fires on like a ship at sea, right?
Sure.
That's something that's difficult even for U.S. like naval personnel.
Sure.
So the Russians can't do it. And it's likely that had the Russians had better damage control and better firefighting efforts, they might have saved that ship.
So the reason that shit actually went down is because they just didn't put the fire out.
That was a big part of it, yeah. I mean, the missile did do a lot of damage, but it might have been salvageable if the Russians do what they were doing.
Well, that's too much to expect.
And another thing that's interesting is people have been noticing that the Russians seem to only be using their heavy equipment, like tanks and helicopters and whatnot, during the day. And
at night, Batman.
Russian Batman.
There is such a thing in the comics.
Is he effective?
Well, so in the comics, in this alternate universe, it's a Superman story called Red Sun.
Right.
And Superman, his pod lands in the Soviet Union instead of the U.S., and he becomes essentially becomes himself a dictator.
Okay.
I think he's even still
Stalin, man.
He's even still called Superman, but
Super Stalin.
Now he's still referred to as Superman, but he's very much becomes himself the dictator of the Soviet Union.
Right.
And in this alt universe, Batman his parents were like random kind of low-level criminals who corrupt government officials murder. So Batman becomes like the world's greatest terrorist.
Yeah, because he's like inverse Batman.
He's like the opposite.
Okay, that would be terrifying. Batman is a terrorist. Like, how would you stop him?
I don't know. Like the only one who was like actively on the United States side in that comic was Green Lantern, who was like still part of the Air Force.
I would have liked if Joker was pro-U.S.
I don't. It's funny you bring that up because they're back when way back when Marvel and DC were small enough companies that they could have that occasional crossover sometimes. There actually was a Captain America Batman crossover where Joker it's Joker and Red Skull team up, and at the end of the story, Joker actually is like turns on Red Skull because he's like, hold on, this Nazi costume isn't just a costume. and I swear to God, the actual line of dialogue is the Joker saying, I might be a terrorist, but I'm an American terrorist.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that is actually something that has happened, although not in the Red Sun universe.
That sounds like something we'd come up with.
It was pretty funny.
But yeah, so fucking Russian military, right? Yes. So one of the big advantages that tanks and helicopters still have against infantry in modern warfare, especially like urban warfare, is they can, in theory, mount much better night sights, right? They should be able to see infantry before the infantry can see them under ideal circumstances, right?
Right.
And we know from export models of Russian tanks and helicopters that they are in theory capable of having night vision systems, because a lot of the times they intentionally rip out the systems on the export models because we don't want to sell the good stuff to those foreigners.
Right.
But the fact that the Russians aren't using them means that either they're very poorly maintained and don't work, or the Russians military have just been like selling that shit for years, and they've ripped the night sights out of their own vehicles, and so now they can't fight at night.
Oh my god. God damn, that is stupid. Really? Wow.
And like that's a decisive thing in modern war. When we went into Iraq, a big part of the reason the Iraqis couldn't touch us is because we'd go in at night.
Vision?
They couldn't see us. They'd literally just sit there and we'd shoot at them.
Right.
Like in Afghanistan, American troops were called green-eyed demons because like the only thing you could fucking see was like the fucking night vision goggles that were green,
right.
And you couldn't see that until it was way too late.
Right. But in Russia, they've been...
They had the technology for that. They're just like, eh.
In Soviet Russia, night can't see you. The military by way of Yakov Smirnov.
It's like the whole country was run by Boris Badenov. Oh, another weird thing about the Russia-Ukraine situation is apparently there is one Russian that Western countries don't seem to be willing to sanction, despite close
China?
ties to Putin. No, Russian.
Oh.
Putin's girlfriend.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Putin has a girlfriend. And nobody
Does
wants...
he poot on her?
Probably. But nobody wants to sanction her because they're concerned that might make Putin emotionally unstable.
I'm sorry. They're worried he might be emotionally unstable. they're concerned that that's a possibility.
Well, they're afraid that if he's emotionally unstable, he'll resort to nuclear weapons.
You keep saying he would. Oh my god. That's just that is just being willfully not paying attention to what's going on around them.
Yeah. Post-Putin breakup sounds like bad news.
Yeah, well, I mean, we remember what happened with Stalin when Hitler.
That's true.
Invaded, and he went and cried like a little bitch.
Yeah, supposedly he had some children with her at some point. She's like a gymnast or something. I don't know much about her, but
of course, the fucking dictator of a country would go for the probably an Olympic athlete.
I don't know specifically what she is, but I know that she's an athlete.
I'm sure she can stretch. Is all I'm saying.
Dust by down, it's a cruel world. That's good.
I'm just saying. I'm sure she's very good at stretching. I mean, what else? What else is the dictator? Does he have a genuine human connection with her?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm not saying that's impossible.
Yeah, maybe Putin's got like a gentle side that you don't know about.
Oh, I wonder if he paints.
His daughter's a gymnast? I didn't know that.
We're not talking about... Wait, his daughter's...
And a billionaire somehow? That I'm not surprised about.
A billionaire gymnast. That sounds like a ridiculous concept for
I mean, come on. If her daddy's Putin, of course she's a billionaire.
True.
That's true. He's got so much money, that's like probably her pocket change allowance for the day. Another one of those things.
Look how Can actually fight back. Hey! That's the last one we needed.
Cool, we can get the fucking Tengu thing. Awesome.
Fuck yeah, okay.
Well,
now make our glide longer.
Well, now you can just zip around the city however you want.
Yeah. There's one more duration boost, but...
Experts estimate Putin's net worth to be around 20 million? I thought it was more than that. 200 million, okay. I thought it was more than that, actually. Okay, billion, that makes more sense.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. It'd be hilarious.
He's one of the world's richest men, for sure.
I was gonna say, though, how almost weird would it be if his daughter was richer than him?
I still wonder what Russia's going to do when Putin finally dies.
Yeah, that I'm concerned for that. Like, I mean, I don't like Putin. I wouldn't be upset if he died.
But they need someone to take his place, and they don't have anyone.
Right, because a nuclear-armed country in like chaos and chaotic freefall with power grabs and people potentially able to, you know,
and ties to multiple terrorist groups and paramilitary groups and local countries that are home to, you know, various dissidents.
Just the potential for like any of those groups of people to be able to get their hands on nuclear weapons. I'm like, yeah, that's not good.
Seems to be trying to get ready for that, but I don't think he has a successor chosen. That's exactly the problem.
Yeah, you better figure one out quick, unless he doesn't care.
Could be.
He might not. I mean,
that's the thing. I mean, you don't really care about the future if you're not going to be alive to see it.
Well, and there's been no evidence backing it up, but I have heard people throw around the idea that he himself is like dying of something, whether that's cancer or I don't know.
And that maybe that's why he sped up the invasion of Ukraine. Potentially.
I mean, that at least that like the idea that like he doesn't care about consequences so much. I mean,
created some weird hands-off high council position he's planning on moving into to free up the presidency. Not surprised.
But that still effectively means he's the leader of the country.
Yeah.
So whoever.
But that means he can babysit whoever he intends to take his place.
Right. But then, you know, Alexander had 4 generals who he babysat, and it worked out well. And it worked out well. He was still alive, but as soon as that was over.
Yep. Well, he didn't have any biological heir, and you know.
Granted, if he had it, who knows what that would have been like.
Well, yeah, I mean, for all we know, he could have had multiple heirs that would have all fought each other. He could have had one heir that was horribly incompetent, and the generals took over anyway.
Right.
Hell, I think at some point in Turkish history, it was like a tradition for the sultans to, once they had chosen one of their children to be like the heir, they'd deliberately kill the others. Because they would be afraid that the country would be plunged into civil war when they died.
Damn.
Just give that person legitimacy so it's clear who's in charge when he
died. Yeah. But again, but let's say they have legitimacy and they're competent because Putin's babysitting them, and then he does die.
Yep.
And then
they don't know what to do.
And then they have no idea what to do because they've been getting babysat. Like, and that's the only reason they seem competent.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is a politics-heavy episode. I ain't got nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's fun, you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on in there?
Hellraiser?
Or one hell of a party.
I also decided the next time I do, like, a really long marathon stream, I think I'm going to play the first Bioshock.
Nice. That's a good game.
Oh, here's those really crazy, trippy looking hauntings again.
Alright, I'm good with those.
Honestly, some of the coolest stuff in the game.
An affinity for ether, like what, you like fucking drugging yourself up on ether?
Ether is our, like, ammo, basically.
Oh.
With, like, magic power that lets us, like, shoot the lasers.
Taft of Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy was sure he was going to be his third terms and ended up hating him when he wasn't directly beneath
him in the hierarchy and started doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's why he ran for a third term, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Look how fucking cool that looks. Yeah, this game is visually just fucking awesome.
What's all that shit running down the walls?
Shit? Oh no, they're characters. They're kanji.
Alright. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what they mean.
Can't either.
Would be interesting to know.
I mean, who knows if they're even spelling out something that...
Yeah, they could be nonsense.
I mean, it's a Japanese developer, so it's like it's more likely to be...
It's more likely that they'd make it actually mean something than a Western developer doing something would.
But they could still totally be doing it just for the sake of it looking cool.
Right.
And not actually have it mean anything.
Or have it deliberately be nonsense in order to add to the sense of, you know, like, weird, fucked up insanity.
That's true. I mean, sometimes you go, sometimes nonsense is what makes horror good in a weird way. I mean, I have always said the less you understand a thing, the more potential there is for it to be scary. Hey, these newspapers won't let me go through this door.
They won't let us read them either. Rude.
Yeah, they really don't want us going through any of these doors.
What a mess. What the fuck? Okay. That was interesting.
God, these are cool.
It's turned into Minecraft.
Oh god, no, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play it.
Keep getting YouTube ads for Minecraft now.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever played it?
Like years and years and years ago.
Like, have you said the word Minecraft around your computer's microphone?
Nope. Haven't done anything that would even remotely approach Minecraft.
Have you played any other games that could like be thought of as existing in a similar genre?
Nope.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. YouTube ads don't make any fucking sense.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Well, Alex keeps getting ads about a stinky pussy.
The fucking ad where it was the penguins following that woman around.
Oh, that's like mean in a way.
I know. I kind of respect it.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Let's see, what else was I learning about? Oh. Tracking your Minecraft erotica consumption. That's a thing, isn't it?
Oh, I bet it is. Oh, God, those blocks are so hot.
Well, I mean, the creepers already do kind of look like a dick and balls.
Oh, yeah, dude, and they explode on you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But, apparently there's, like, kind of a hole in the Earth's magnetic field.
Oh, I bet there is.
Yeah, that's what you stick the creeper through.
Yeah.
But, it's this spot in the magnetic field where, like...
Reagan told me that was fake news.
No, it was the trees that caused it.
Ah.
That's what Reagan said. But it's this spot out in the South Atlantic where, like, the magnetic field is way, way, like, lower and thinner. Dixels? That's good.
Dixels.
That's good. We gotta use that in something.
I will never call them creepers again.
They're called Dixels.
They're called Dixels now.
Yep.
That is 100% what they are.
But yeah, so there's this spot where the magnetic field is, like, shallower and weaker, and it's just out in the middle of the South Atlantic. And if you are in that spot, you're much more likely to get, like, radiated from, like, you know, solar radiation and shit. And the problem with that spot is that our satellites pass through it. And when they do that, they're likely to suffer some kind of malfunction, right? Sometimes they're minor.
Sure.
Sometimes the satellite fucking crashes.
Okay.
And,
sometimes it's bad news.
yeah. And the International Space Station goes through there, right? Every once in a while. And that causes its own problem. And there haven't been any, like, major, like, health effects in, like, any of the astronauts who have been up there yet.
Okay.
But apparently, yes. Apparently, there's sort of this phenomenon if you're up there in space for long periods of time where you'll have sort of these, like, bright flashes of light, and nobody knows exactly what's causing that.
Aliens.
The theory is that it's it's like cosmic radiation particles passing through your eyes.
Oh, God.
And so, like, it just causes this bright flare, like, right in your fucking retina or whatever. And when you go through this specific spot where the magnetic field is weak, you go from having, like, one of these bright flashes every once in a long while to, like, several times a minute.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Seizure warning in front of space or something.
Yeah, it's like battling seizure robots
right.
in space.
Battling Caesar Celestial Bodies. Sequel.
Solar storm activity has been pretty high lately, so I'm sure if a satellite passes over that spot while one is happening, it could do some real damage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've actually been pretty lucky that we haven't had, like, solar storms and shit fucking with our electrical grid.
Honestly.
But that's kind of just a matter of time, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At some point, it's kind of unavoidable.
And, our electrical grid is already pretty shit. I don't know what's going to happen if it just goes down for, you know, a period of time due to solar storms.
Dude, can you imagine, like, just modern human society just not having electricity? The fucking panic. People, do you remember people just at the thought that there might not be as much toilet paper as there usually is.
The fact that we haven't had a Carrington event in 150 years is kind of an anomaly. Yeah,
We've kind of due for one.
We've been very
due for one.
It's yet another one of those things where you always hear like we're overdue for some shit, and we're like weirdly lucky that
they said that about a pandemic a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're overdue for the fucking Yellowstone volcano eruption. We're overdue for several earthquakes, meteors.
And if we would just harness geothermal energy, just make that not happen.
Yeah, we're probably overdue for moonfall.
Like the movie.
Yeah. Yep, Yellowstone.
Yep.
But apparently part of the reason that this, we don't have like, hard knowledge of why this little weak spot in the magnetic field exists, right? This is all very theoretical.
Right.
But one of the theories is that based on what we know about the Earth's core, we know that there's like some weird lumpy spots under the Earth.
Lumpy space?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's Earth, I guess.
Yeah,
Lumpy Earth.
Lumpy Earth Princess.
Lumpy Earth Princess.
But yeah,
that's right.
And these lumps are, they kind of correlate with where these lumps and sort of like divots and other parts of the fucking core kind of correspond roughly to where this weak spot is.
Man, it sounds like the Earth might have swollen lymph nodes.
It's got ball cancer.
The Earth has ball cancer.
Anything to do with
it is a giant ball.
It's true. Magnetic pole shift. I'll get to that in a moment. But
how could it have testicular lumps if the Earth is flat, Ulysses?
I don't know. If you have flat balls, can you still get cancer?
Does anyone have flat balls?
Maybe if you run them over with like a steamroller.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's theorized that some of these lumps in the Earth's core. That's true. Yeah, Siberia might be on the opposite spot of the globe.
Opposite that spot. Yeah.
But it's theorized that these lumps were caused by like very early on in the Earth's history when another planet just plowed into us. And,
so they're like contusions.
Yeah. Basically, we have the remnants of another planet sticking out of the Earth's core, but under the crust.
I feel like my planet got annihilated.
And so they're jacking up sort of the magnetic field.
They certainly were.
But also the magnetic field in general is weakening right now.
Right.
Which, obviously it'd be pretty bad if it went away. But
yeah.
Yes, the moon did come from that impact event. Because we plowed into a planet that they're calling like Theia or something.
Well, so in that sense, it's only a matter of time until we get the moon calling. It's until we get moonfall.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I see no other alternative. It's just science. But
all right, next gate.
It's more likely that the current weakening trend of the magnetic field has to do with the fact that it's probably going to shift from north to south.
Right.
Because that happens every.
However often.
Yeah, like a couple tens of thousands of years or something. There are, of course, people who make doom and gloom theories about how the Earth, the magnetic field will go away, and
That's what 2012. That's what the 2012 apocalypse was supposed to be.
What, the magnetic field going away?
Or at least the polar.
Right.
Or at least the magnetic field shifting.
Which that wouldn't cause an apocalypse. Like the Earth has had that happen many times.
Yeah. I don't know why people thought that was what was.
Because people don't really know.
People don't know anything about anything, right?
Well, especially like science literacy, people.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people, obviously not all people. There are a lot of people who are more in tune with pop science and conspiracy theory science than actual science.
Well, and then also some science gets called conspiracy theory because the government doesn't want you to talk, want you to talk about it.
Either the government or the corporations.
Or, well, I mean, same difference. Same difference at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, it's a big bubble.
Looks like the magnetic field's doing all right for itself right now.
It's like
shit!
It's the movie Annihilation.
I was gonna say it's like Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
Now that would be a crossover.
The only reason I say that is in Annihilation, the big bubble is specifically got the rainbow kind of multicolor thing going on.
Is it all Thanos' fault?
Something shit all over here.
People think that a magnetic field shift is the planet flipping over, not the Earth's magnetic material and the Earth's core shift. Yeah. The planet just flipped over.
No, that is what people think. That's absolutely what people think. That
they probably think we'd all fall off too.
I'm afraid that if we increase the population of Guam, the island could capsize.
I'd actually enjoy that as an addendum to the flat Earth conspiracy theory. is if, like...
Because we flipped over and we all fall off.
Yeah, if like, imagine if, like, we lived in some alternate universe where, like, we had, like, some politician going, we gotta nuke China because they got too many people. We gotta, if we let their population continue to expand, flip the planet, we've got to nuke them.
That's fucking hilarious. So obviously that would be a disaster. It's just not what's happening. Right. So that's the thing, is if you're going by their logic, yes, that would be apocalyptic if the planet flipped over.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
The asteroid flips that Earth and it spins it like a quarter.
Oh my god.
What I was thinking is then they'd actually nuke China, but they'd nuke it too hard, and so, like, the fucking flat Earth would, like, pivot, and, like, everybody on the other side would get catapulted off, and, like, just, like, splat against the moon.
Well, I have said this before, but I think it'd be hilarious to go on 4chan and try and, like, trick the flat earthers into coming up with a whole new conspiracy that, well, what they really don't want you to know is what's on the other side of the flat earth.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Like orca hunting seals. So, what's the moon in flat Earth theories anyway? Is it round or is it also flat?
Never heard about it. I've never heard anybody say anything.
I mean, I'm guessing if you believe in the flat Earth, you probably also believe that the moon is fake or something like that. But
right.
I just feel like that's an interesting question.
Well, a lot of people believe in. Well, that's the thing is, there's a whole group of people that the flat earthers call stupid that believe in a separate conspiracy theory that's just called that space in general is fake.
Yeah.
Just in general, all of it, like space is fake.
Everything else is spheres from the models that I've seen. So why is the Earth the flat thing and not, the sun and the moon?
Yeah, why is Earth uniquely flat if they think everything else is round? That makes it make even less sense. Like, at least if they thought all, like, planets are, like, big, things like that, or moons or whatever, if they thought all of them were flat, then there'd be at least a little consistency. I'm actually disappointed in them. That makes it even
The sun and moon
dumber.
are the same size and rotate around the Earth yin-yang style.
Wait, really? Is that what they think?
Under some theories, probably.
Oh my god. God, flat Earth. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Alright.
I will say this would make interesting, like, settings for like a fantasy universe or something.
That one. For a fantasy universe.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious to have like a oh no, that's not cat floating. It would be hilarious for like a story for the characters to, like, superhero story for them to go into an alternate reality.
It's a flat Earth.
And that alternate dimension has a flat Earth.
And then, of course, there's round Earth conspiracy
Most
theorists.
detailed model I've seen is that. Yeah, yep. And then there is that's the most detailed model you've seen. That's got to be a thing somewhere. We should do that in Mage.
Yeah, round Earth conspiracy theorists.
They even have that. That's like a TV show in that universe.
See, now, if you wanted to get really crazy with it, you'd have it be like that people can sometimes, like, kind of, like, fall from one universe to the other.
Oh, God.
And so, like, if you grew up on the flat Earth and then you just, like, appeared, like, in our universe, right? And these universes would be close enough that, like, you could still, like, live your normal life because it would still be, infinite universes. You're going to have some version of you that's very similar.
Right.
But now you live on a round Earth and you're going to be like, wait, that's not right. I was taught in school that the Earth is flat.
Okay, where the hell? Oh, we had a lot of time to find it, so I guess I'm not that concerned. But
barrier stones, huh? What's going to happen if you don't find them?
I don't know.
It's like, is this like Fortnite?
They'll just tear up my urethra.
You gotta pull them out. So is this like Fortnite, where the barrier's going to close in on you?
I don't think anything about this is anything like Fortnite.
What are you talking about? This is exactly like Fortnite.
This is like Fortnite?
Yeah. It's literally the same game. It's even called Fortnite.
What? Try to gaslight me. I'm not seeing these things. They should highlight through the...
Is it like they have to...
I've gotten 2 of 4, so there's 2 more.
Can't walk around nothing, Cletus. You pipe down with your crazy third dimension talk.
The money in the
well, then there's the Hollow Earth conspiracy. That keeps coming up in movies lately, and I don't know why.
It used to be a big thing in movies, and then it kind of went away, and now it's had a resurgence.
I understand, like, the Jules Verne, like, tribute aspect of it.
Right, but that's what the last Godzilla movie,
I know.
the Godzilla vs. Kong was.
Yeah, Godzilla just burns his way through the Hollow Earth.
Well, Godzilla burns his way through, and on top of that, you have so, like, there's a... Well... On top of that, you have an actual scene where King Kong jumps from the Hollow Earth itself down the hole Godzilla burned, and he just comes out in China.
That's how that works.
Jumps in the hole and just comes up out of the hole.
Wouldn't the sheer momentum and like pull of gravity as he fell through the hole like fucking like propel him at like supersonic speeds? Can his body survive that?
I mean, it is.
It's a real suggestion that with sufficient technology, you could create like sort of like a train through the Earth that would be like gravity propelled, but it would have to be like you'd need one hell of a fucking vehicle to survive that ride.
You better have some reinforcements if you want to run a train on the Earth.
Though I guess if it's a Hollow Earth, like how does that work then? Like how does the gravity in the Hollow Earth work? Is there a core? Is the core like a sun? If you fall through it, wouldn't you burn to death?
All very good questions that I don't think.
I mean, I don't really expect much logic and reason from a movie like that. Especially like I remember, wasn't there a scene where they fucking they use like a fucking futuristic jet as like a fucking like defibrillator for King Kong?
Yes.
So I mean, if they're doing shit like that, you know.
Honestly, that's the kind of movie the Hollow Earth belongs in.
Scaffolding, surface tension. Well, that's also a thing in the Iron Sky series.
I expect nothing from that.
I'm amazed. I can't believe we sat through that first movie.
Shit, what the hell? I don't see these things anywhere.
You lost your stones, Sage?
I'm just trying to pass them, man.
I like that we always have the same questions.
Well, they're good questions, man.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to ask these questions. Oh, there's one.
There you go.
Okay, one more.
So they're big yellow, like, severed nutsack looking things.
Basically. Wow, yeah, I can't believe I missed that. That was so obvious once we found it, too. Jeez, alright.
This next one will be super hidden. It'll be like in a back alley, like under a dog.
Under a dog. Shit, the dogs move too, so that's really dangerous. Okay.
And you gotta get to it quick, because it's gonna take 3 minutes for the dog to get out of the way.
Oh no.
Is that it?
Yes, yeah.
There you go.
It. Okay, cool.
That wasn't so bad.
Got him. Alright, cool. Mine's already 8:32. These always go by so fast.
I know. That was another funny story. So maybe you already heard about this one, but
I mean, hey, maybe even if I have, the people listening may not.
Yeah. But there was this dude.
Which is Alex.
Pretty much, yeah. There's this dude in Kentucky, right? And he worked for some company. I don't remember exactly what the name was, but it was like a company that like made like medical equipment or did like nursing or something like that, right?
Okay.
And this company had like a policy where if it was like your birthday, like they'd throw you like a surprise party or whatever in the office, right?
God, that sounds painful.
Well, that's what this guy thought, because this guy like straight up had like anxiety issues, right?
Oh, I did hear this story. Tell it anyway, but I did hear about that.
And so this dude, he told his bosses, like, hey, I know it's your policy, but I don't really want to do this. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. I could have panic attacks, so let's not do this.
At least for me specifically.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
You can do it for other workers, I don't mind. I just don't want it to be happening on my birthday.
Yeah.
And the bosses were like, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, we get it. And then his birthday rolls around, they did it anyway.
Yep.
And then he had a fucking panic attack.
Like he told them he would.
Yeah. and like he was having such a hard time dealing with it that he just at some point he got up and left.
Yeah, he had to leave work.
And then when he came back, his bosses bitched him out for leaving.
I also believe they fired him.
Well, I'm getting to that because they bitched him out for leaving.
Right.
And that also gave him a panic attack.
Oh my god.
And so they fired him because of that.
Oh my god, yeah, well.
And so he ended up taking them to court and suing them because he had told them straight up he effectively had a disability, and they basically threw it in his face.
Didn't he end up winning
it.
like $11 million or something?
He won $450,000, I believe.
Alright, well, I mean, that's not nothing.
That's a comfortable sum. But
invest it right. I mean, you might be.
I mean, some of it's probably going to go to his lawyer, but
right. Well, I also like how wealthy was this guy anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But for workers' compensation, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And yeah, like fuck that company or fuck the management there.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Like, how much of a dick do you have to be to, like, you know, explicitly defy someone's wishes like that?
Pretty dickish, man. Pretty dickish. Gotta be pretty terrible. It says there's something in this little circle, but I don't... Something on the ground?
Is it a green thing? Huh.
The little orange... Oh, there it is.
There you go. Oh, isn't that just the objective marker?
No, that glowy thing was something else.
Oh.
That's like telling me... Yeah, it's like telling me that, like, in this area right here, there's something to find.
Well, there's lots of clothes. Free phone. Probably get a wallet out of there if you wanted.
Goddamn, yeah, right? Wouldn't you just, like... Just picking shit up. If all these people are dead anyway, just go through all the wallets.
Yeah, I mean, the vending machines are still stocked.
That's true. How are you gonna...
I guess you don't need a wallet for going through the stores. Unless they still got a cat in there.
Yeah, the cats sell. The cats do require purchasing.
So how effective do you think these cats are at dealing with shoplifters? Like, could they run a...
Well, they're yokai, so, I mean, they have magic powers.
Yeah, but, like, could they run a Walgreens in California?
I mean, they might be able to make you explode. Who knows, man? I don't know what the extent of their abilities.
See, the cats are on the prowl here.
Yeah, that's because they're mad they haven't gotten their dinner yet. You have to wait until the stream's over.
Fucking cats.
Okay. I'm finding things. It's not just none of them are the thing we were looking for.
Yeah, it's the way of it around here.
Alright, what about up here?
I like these Tengus. They're pretty chill. They just let you hookshot them and don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't really seem to give a shit about anything going on. Okay, yeah, what the fuck?
Have you heard any good shit over the past week?
Sorry, say that again?
Have you heard any good shit over the past week?
Oh, God. Other than Joe Biden reading his instructions at a funeral for giving a eulogy. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot. Ooh, hey, I got one for you. Got something for you. Sony announced another Spider-Man villain spin-off movie, and it's a character that I've literally never heard of, and I don't even remember what it's called after reading the article today.
The villain isn't homophobia?
No, it is not. Good circle back, though. Like Jen Psaki, we circle back. Circle back.
God, that's such a popular, like, bullshit business phrase.
We'll circle back.
Yeah. Cats are going at it over there.
Biscuit's favorite thing is to just, like, she just puts her paw out on the other cat's face.
Yeah, it's like I own you.
I do gotta just get a cat cam at some point.
Especially if she just pushed her off the fucking couch. It's good shit. Honestly, I know I've said this before, but you could just like run like a 24/7 stream that's just literally just the cats, and you would get way more views on this than like anything we ever fucking say or play.
Anything else. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, unless you have big tits, that's your single best avenue to success on Twitch.
It's cats.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, El Muerto? Oh, did you just look it up? Was that the name?
So what? He's Mexican death.
Hey man, I've got a character that's like already doing that. Fuck, get off my fucking territory, Sony. Starring, oh yeah, it's starring someone named Bad Bunny. I don't know who that is.
Bad Bunny?
I don't know who that is, but
is that a person or is it a rabbit?
It's a person.
It's not like a cartoon, like Bugs Bunny type character.
No, it's a guy. There's a guy named Bad Bunny.
Is that his legal name or?
I mean, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
I don't know. People change their names to be weird shit. What about Reality Winner?
What?
Reality Winner.
There's somebody named Reality Winner?
You don't remember that? That was like a person who was involved in like, I think they were involved in like government leaks or something. This was like years ago.
I guess I forgot. Is that like Mexican code?
I thought it was like some sort of weird like STD or something.
Right to the back of the head. Oh, he's a rapper. Rappers do have some weird names. So like...
That makes a little more sense, yeah. I thought it was just like some regular actor who just goes around calling himself like Bad Bunny.
It's actually Bradley Cooper.
But no, if that's your stage name, then I get it.
I feel like that should be like a stripper's stage name, not
what,
a
Bad
rapper.
Bunny?
Yeah, not a rapper. Like, ladies, you might want to strap yourselves in because Bad Bunny's taking over the runway tonight.
Well, we don't know that he's just a rapper.
That's true.
Like, maybe he started as a male stripper and then, you know, got into rap on the side.
He might sing for you. He might rap for you. But he's definitely gonna unwrap himself on stage.
What the fuck were we talking about before?
I have no idea.
I completely fucking forgot. That's the thing about having a name like Bad Bunny is that, you know, people definitely take notice.
That's fucking true. Oh, now that we got those Max Payne remakes coming up in sometime in the next couple of years, I was thinking I at least for sure have access to the first one on the PlayStation. So I was thinking that should be a stream.
That'd be fun, yeah.
The original Max Payne.
Those are good games.
Those are great. And Alex has only played the third one. And you haven't played the third one.
Yeah, I know, it's funny how that works out. You'll definitely like the first two, Alex. Those are great.
Yeah, they're stellar. Stellar games. I'm very excited for them to do the remakes because they've aged gameplay-wise. The first one more so than the second one.
Hopefully he won't look constipated in the remake. Though I'd kind of enjoy it if they updated the graphics so that he looked like, you know, like super realistic, but they still gave him that constipated expression for like 90% of the game.
The dog knows where the card is.
Alright, that's helpful. Dogs know where everything is. Probably hit it.
Shiba Inus, man, they know the secrets of the world. Cool. I don't even explain to me what that is. And then that's the last spot to search, so the phone booth we need should be over there.
It's good shit.
Too small.
Oh, kitty. Man, some of these cats just aren't very pettable.
Well, it's anytime they're on a structure that you can't they aren't standing on level ground with, you can't pet them. Like you can try and get them to come over to you, but
that's kind of not how cats work. Cats kind of even prefer it if they can stand at head height and be petted.
Hey, not the Slender Man.
Now I'm looking forward to the season finale of Picard, though.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a way, yeah, because how much worse could it get?
Exactly. I mean, it's pretty stunning just the depths to which Star Trek has sunk.
And it was, it's only occasionally good.
Exactly. But I remember when things like Enterprise were considered the low point of the series.
Yeah, I mean,
And Enterprise is terrible. I'm not defending Enterprise, but
is Picard truly the worst of all of them ever?
it seems like it's worse than Enterprise.
Because Enterprise, I'm sorry, was Enterprise the one with the truckers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the weird, like, pervy stuff in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, where they have to have long scenes of them oiling each other every time they get in and out of an airlock.
Which was like, what the fuck?
Well, you know, they didn't use the beaming technology at this point, so,
Doesn't make any fucking sense. This fucking Picard show, it's not even getting, like, the basic fucking lore of Star Trek right either. Like,
which I feel like that's the minimum. That should be the minimum requirement for Star Trek, is to get the lore of Star Trek.
Yeah, like there's a completely pointless character that we meet who he used slip and slides. That would have been good. That actually would have been a valid reason for that, but no. They used a shuttle and an airlock, but they had to oil each other up first.
Yeah, no,
in their underwear.
Like, yeah, just a man and a woman just slowly, like, pouring body oil over every inch of each other's bodies during, like, a 7-minute scene of dialogue.
Yeah, and she, like, lifts up her shirt so that the dude can, like, oil up that part, too.
And, like with weird, very, weird, blue lighting that is very much something you would expect to see in, like, a romantic scene in something.
Yeah. But they're not, like, actually having a romance scene. They're just talking about whatever boring shit while they're doing all that.
Yeah. Not aware of a form of transportation. Well, I run the erotic transportation company.
But yeah, so there's an extremely minor character who has to, like, spend 30 minutes delivering their entire backstory to us and then go away. He's only there for, like, 1 episode. But his character is that, like, when he was younger, he was abducted by Vulcans who beamed him up with their transporter in, like, I don't know, like 2015 or some shit, right? This is in
Picard, you're talking to me about now?
Yeah. Vulcans in, like, today's time beamed him up with a transporter. Right. But in Star Trek lore, the Vulcans didn't invent transporters until like actual, like, Starfleet days, right?
Right.
And, like, when we've seen the Vulcans in past, like, in, like, time travel episodes, they didn't have it. They always, like, you know, like in was it First Contact, I think, where the Vulcans land at the end and they walk down the ramp?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's set, like, far, far in the future even from today, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if they had transporters, like, then why weren't they using them instead of walking down that ramp?
Right.
So the show can't even be, like, consistent with the Star Trek universe.
Yeah,
this is stuff I've never, like, cared about, but it's things
it's a new level of, like, kind of pathetic.
Yeah, it's things you notice, you know, or that when you hear about, you're just like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds like they're putting no effort in at all.
Mm-hmm. It's also fucking glorious because, like, Guinan's a big deal in this show, right? And she, of course, has to be, like, you know, young Guinan because...
It's a good thing they pronounce it Guinan instead of Ginan.
But, so you remember there was, like, a fucking episode in Next Generation.
Shit, vaguely.
Where they... I don't know if you remember or not. I think it was one of the dumb ones, even. Where they go back in time and Earth to, like, the Civil War, and, like, Guinan's there, and she's just hanging out with Mark Twain, right?
The Ginan Civil War.
But, and she looked the same there as she did in, like, the rest of the show, right?
Okay.
Even though this is supposed to be, like, a younger version of her, because she's, like, immortal. Right?
Well,
so
she really don't want me going that way.
Apparently not. She's not, like, supposed to age, right? But in this show, they're just like, fuck it to that, she can age. And
maybe if you have a character that's supposed to not age, maybe don't bring that character back when you do a sequel like 40 years later.
Well, you know, they got to put that character in there because they got to have, you know, recognizable names to get all the fans in.
Maybe we tell a news story.
No, man, that's why we got to have Picard back and fucking Patrick Stewart play him, you know? Because, I mean, news stories are hard to write, new characters are hard to come up with. So let's just do the same shit we always did, but let's make less sense. But anyway, so Guinan is strangely looks younger in 2024 than she did in, like, 1860.
Okay.
And we also, for some reason, see, like, old-ass Guinan, like, further into the future. again, she's supposed to be immortal, but she tells Picard, "Oh, I can just like look, I can just look old when I get old, or whatever," right? And this is all dumb shit, but it's like whatever. Yeah. But this is all in service of a scene that Guinan and Picard have together, right?
Okay.
Where she delivers. She's basically telling Picard that like it's his responsibility to fix shit.
Deliver his baby.
And that the line is that patience is a like what was it exactly? It was something really dumb. It was like patience is a luxury that only you have, or something like that. Because the implication is because he's a white male.
Oh, okay.
And this is a 103-year-old man in a dying robot body being told by an immortal woman that only he has the luxury of patience.
Because he's a man?
Yeah.
Because he's a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. See, this is the problem with the hyper woke culture, is it doesn't follow any actual logic, dude. There's no logic. No logic to that at all. And you can make a lot of arguments about men having privilege, right?
Yeah.
And lots of reasonable ones.
Yeah, especially white dudes.
Right.
But then you can also be a complete idiot.
But if the thing is if you decide that is true in all scenarios, no matter what the details are, and you're just convinced of that from the starting position, no matter what the conversation is, no matter what the circumstance, and that's a great example of that being absolute horseshit.
And the other thing is that Guinan in 2024 is like fed up and like done with humanity because of like ICE and Trump and like all the shit that's going wrong with America. But she has been on Earth at this point and lived through the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Holocaust.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what's going on currently is not as bad as the Holocaust.
But I guess all those things were fine. It's just only 2024 politics that she's done with now, and so that's made her angry.
Pathetic. That's fucking pathetic. And what a weak bitch.
And it's because these writers don't have the. They just don't have the chops to write
anything.
Anything. But what Guinan was, originally intended to be, this like wise character who's like, been through everything and like can give guidance to people and all that shit, right?
Well, that's because the people writing this haven't fucking been through anything, and they don't know anything about fucking anything.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna say that was like a perfect character in TNG or anything. It's
fucking
not. It's got so many fucking bullshit tropes going on.
But man, there's a point.
Yeah, I mean, it totally also had sort of the magical black person thing going on.
Totally.
Yeah, but
it had its own problems in the Next Generation series. But
what they've done with it here is just even worse. And what was I gonna say? I forgot. But it's just amazing to me that this show just continues to fucking amaze of how stupid it is.
Yeah, there's something pretty fucking special about that level of stupidity.
Oh, I think there was another great line from the show, which is that trauma is the closest that humans will ever have to time travel, or something like that.
What?
Yeah, because reliving your trauma is like the true time travel, and nothing else can make you.
Time travel is time travel.
Well, it's because if you relive your trauma, it's taking you back to that past moment.
Yeah, but maybe
nothing else can do that.
Dumb, vague sense, but oh my god, that is dumb. That is really kind of unbelievably stupid.
It's because these fucking people can't write.
Now we need a video game with Tommy Wiseau voicing the main character.
That would be amazing. Isn't he fucking old now?
He was old when that movie came out.
Was he?
Yeah, he just stages slow because he's from Transylvania.
Well, how old was he when that movie came out?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows.
Oh.
Nobody knows where he's... No, dude, I'm serious. Nobody knows where he actually came from. No one knows what his actual national, origin is.
See, now that's an alien conspiracy theory that I believe.
Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, he's in a shitty, human suit. fucking disguise that doesn't work.
Yeah?
And he came to Earth just because he wanted to research humans and make movies.
I must return to my home country of Slovakia.
I mean, that would explain a lot about the room. Is he's an alien. He literally doesn't understand how humans like talk or feel or act or.
Alex, have you ever actually seen The Room?
I
Have you ever
bet he's
actually seen that movie?
I bet he has.
Please tell me you have. If you haven't, that needs to be a fucking
Movie night one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah, please tell me you have seen that movie. I mean, I suppose, I feel like even if he hasn't, he knows it through cultural osmosis, at least.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you can't really avoid if you follow movies at all.
Yeah, okay, good. I was pretty sure. I just had to double check.
It's one of the greats of bad cinema.
And well, we really, I feel like we've, over the last few years, we really discovered some
man.
Trash, man.
We have dove through the depths of sewage to find the choicest bits of just fecal material that have been, smeared across the big screen.
It's little bits of gold.
Yeah.
Little bits of gold inside
Bullshit.
the big pile of, like, stegosaur pieces. We have watched some dumb shit. You've
brought dumb shit to us to watch.
I feel like Alex has made us watch some of the dumbest shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, some of the dumbest by far. Arya.
That was an amazing show.
Dude, Arya was hilarious.
I wish that was still on Netflix.
I know, right?
Like, that might actually justify their increased rates,
Yeah, man, all that password sharing going away, it's worth it if you can watch Arya.
I can't believe that show got
Pussy
made.
Forehead Dracula?
He literally had a vagina on his forehead, and his whole quest was finding something to fill it.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to claim I don't. There was just a period where you guys were watching some interesting garbage without me. That's true. I guess that was at the height of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because we were home all the time.
It's like, hey, why not look for some garbage?
Yeah.
A lot of shitty mythology movies.
Well, it is 8:53. We just finished a mission.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to call it.
I guess we have to let this couple reunite.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
First, but
get your whatever upgrade from this.
And then, Ulysses has to head out a little bit early tonight, so we're going to stop at 9 instead of 9:30 here. We started a half hour late, too, but I was getting us ready for Sekiro tomorrow, so it was necessary.
Should be good and lathered up for that.
That 8 better get lathered. I'm going to fuck him right back. Fuck me and fuck you.
God, the special effects in Arya were brilliant.
Oh, dude!
Remember that spider? Yeah,
that's literally the thing I was thinking of.
Or that weird midgets versus like robots.
Yep, because they ate the robot dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't forget that the midgets. Yeah.
You too, Alex.
You too, Alex. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Hopefully, we'll dream about midgets eating robot dick. And I think that's as good a note as any to leave us off on. Let's see. Who we got?
Who are you gonna raid?
Let's see.
You gonna raid some hot tub streamer or something?
No. No, we don't do that.
You sure?
Yes.
Get you more views?
I don't think so. We'd have to have some sort of hot tub stream going on for that to happen.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Let's see.
So in theory, what if you put your cats in a hot tub and just film that?
Do you think they would stay in that hot tub?
Maybe you put like a net over the top.
So drowning them.
No, I didn't say drowning them. There'd be enough space for them to like kind of come up and like breathe.
So what really?
They could like kind of cling to the net and crawl along inside.
So. Oh my gosh. And on that note, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, Sage, don't abuse your animals.
Yeah.
I have to remind him sometimes.
Exhibit A. What do you mean I'm already... No, I'm not. What do you mean I'm already rating? No, that's not true. Hold on.
Come on, Sage. I thought you were good at rating.
It doesn't... Well, maybe we won't have a raid tonight because it doesn't seem to want to work.
Huh. I didn't know it could fuck up.
It has had... It would not be the first time it's had problems, to be fair. It would not be the first time. I just refresh the page and try that again. Oh, wait, hold on.
Come on, Sage. After all the times that you've played Raid Shadow Legends, you should know how to raid shit.
I have not played once Raid Shadow Legends.
Within the last 10 minutes.
Never.
Come on, I saw what you were doing when you were filling with your Discord servers.
No.
That was fucking Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, okay, that worked that time. Alright, good night, all.
See ya.